Hello, what's up, my good boxing brothers? Well, I'm back with another prediction. Well, it's not a prediction, is it? But, well, it's a boxing round, right? Alright. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be covering the fight from one card, which is this Saturday, and also one that is early next week. I'm gonna go through all of these fights anyway, because there aren't so many, that are going on this week or weekend. Right. So number one is the Saturday's fight. It is actually a farewell fight of Derek Chisora, who is now 41 years old. It's on in the Manchester Arena, Co-op Live Arena, anyway. And he's facing Otto Wallin from Sweden. Wallin has since he was, he was, you might say, destroyed by Joshua. He has since come back with a first round knockout, and he's now got 27 victories with two losses. Of course, the first loss was against Tyson Fury in a fight where he really was, he really gave Fury a tough fight and cut him and over the eye and all that. Yeah, and also before he lost to Joshua, he beat Murat Gassiev in a split decision 2023, which was a pretty significant victory because Gassiev was kind of doing well, at heavyweight, but he's not really a big heavyweight, despite not being, being quite tall and all that. But yeah, Wallin is really, more of a standard size heavyweight of today. He's almost 6'6", and yeah, he's got a big reach, also 78 inches. He's also a southpaw. That can make him, kind of tricky, of course. And I just thought against Joshua, he just didn't look himself there. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, he just didn't put up much of an effort there. So that is one of the reasons why everybody bought into the myth of the old Joshua being back, and yeah, which has since proven to be false, of course. But Wallin is the favorite to win this fight, definitely, because he's 7 years younger. He's still, he's not at his last leg yet, and he's quite still hungry, to prove himself to get another big fight. Because this is not it. This is not exactly a big fight, even though it is pretty high high publicity fight. And yeah, so Chisora, he may have upset the apple cart last time against Joe Joyce, and he beat Gerald Washington, but we knew Gerald Washington was no good, really. And he hasn't really fought that much in these last few years, and has been stopped by Tyson Fury. And yeah, I mean, he's a tough bastard, this guy. Tough, strong, but he's not very tall. First of all, he's almost, well, a little less than 6'2", and it doesn't have a big reach either, almost identical reach to his height. So yeah, and at his age and all that, being through so many hard fights and yeah, wars, and being knocked out twice, also, that will, I doubt he can upset Wallin. I mean, Joyce was just already a ruined guy after the the two, especially the last one where he was knocked out. So yeah, that didn't say that much really. Only that Chisora still is staying in shape, and yeah. Anyway, it was also a very close fight, by the way. He only got it because he scored a knockdown Chisora. So it will not be so easy versus Wallin, and who is also a southpaw, and he's not so heavy and slow as Joyce. Yeah, so the only problem is that Wallin doesn't usually win by a knockout, unless it's a really lower level opponent. But who knows? Maybe it happens here. But and if it goes to the judges, we know how it has been the recent years in England. Also, quite a lot of preferential judging. So also because it's Chisora's last fight, who knows? I mean, they may even rob Wallin, especially the fight is close, which it may well be. May well be that, of course. So yeah, it's that's why it's kind of hard to really say or predict a result or a winner. But Wallin is the one that most likely will dominate this fight. So that's all I'm gonna say. All right. All right, and then moving on. So next fight is happening on Thursday, the 13th, in Huntington, USA. So it is the return of Joe Smith Jr. as a cruiserweight. So yeah, Joe Smith Jr. is fighting Devontae, not sure how you pronounce it, Williams. I never heard of this guy. He's 13-1 and 0. Smith Jr. is 28-5 and 0. And but he's been there, of course, against some of the best at 175. Yeah. So he's coming off a loss, of course. Yeah. Well, he's coming off two losses, by the way. Let's see, Joe Smith. What was his last? Oh, right, Zurdo Ramirez, right. Then he was stopped by Beterbiev in 2 rounds, and before that he looked like he was on a good path. He beat Jesse Hart and Eleider Alvarez and Maxim Vlasov. So yeah, he did pretty well, but then like with everybody else, or almost everybody, Beterbiev just destroyed him, and yep, that's what happened. Now he's trying. This is his second fight at cruiserweight, and so this is a fight he should win and must win, and pretty much to have any chance to get any kind of bigger fight in near future. I mean, he's already 35, so he's in kind of a precarious position, if I may use that word. Yeah, not a very enviable position, but yeah, I think he will win this fight because this guy has so few fights. Also, Williams, and he's already been knocked out by somebody I never heard of. So this is obviously supposed to be just an easy fight, like tune up. So he needs a win, and preferably a knockout win, Smith Jr., before he can move on and challenge someone better. So this is scheduled for 10 rounds. So I doubt it will go that far. So probably Smith will stop this guy somewhere down the stretch. Yep. And yeah. All right. what else did we have? Oh yeah, on Friday the 14th we have a WBO lightweight championship fight. Denis Berinchyk, the new hot Ukrainian talent, let's say not prospect. He is defending against a guy called Keyshawn Davis. All right, so that's the one. Oh wow, man, this is a hot fight. you know, Even though Berinchyk doesn't have too many fights, 19 so far, he's already 36. I mean, and the Davis is much younger, 25, and taller by 2 inches and all that. A bigger reach, also 3 inches. But Berinchyk, he really has the goods. He's just very good. I mean, simply. And let's just be reminded, who did he beat last time? All right, Navarrete. Yeah, so that was of course a very good victory. And Navarrete hadn't lost for a really long time. By weight 38-1-1 he was coming in, and yeah, I mean, Berinchyk is not really a true puncher. He's a boxer, and who really knows how to, but also kind of a aggressive fighter as well. He's very, of course, experienced and decorated amateur. Sorry, but Keyshawn Davis is, even though he's still early in his career as a pro, he's got 12 wins. He's really proven. He's really shown, you know, great promise so far. I mean, he stopped Jose Pedraza last year, and also Gustavo Daniel Lemos in only 2 rounds, which was very impressive. And so now, people are really expecting a lot from him. So this is for WBO lightweight title, by the way. Yeah, so, you know, Berinchyk has had a really good run so far, but it's gonna be hard. First of all, just to get a decision from against a favored American fighter on at Madison Square Garden and all that, and also Davis being younger, and of course, you gotta look at that as an advantage. Even though Berinchyk doesn't seem like the age has affected him yet, of course. So I trust it will be a very competitive fight, tough competitive fight. But yeah, I mean, I must say, I mean, I favor Keyshawn Davis to win that fight. So he's the puncher here, of course. Also worth mentioning, he's the puncher. He's got 8 knockouts of 12 wins, and Berinchyk only 9 of 19. So yeah, not that he doesn't have power, Berinchyk, but he's not that kind of fighter. He has won most of his fights by decision, and his best wins are all by decision. Anthony Yigit, Ivan Mendy, and Isa Chaniev. Yep. So yeah, that means he will most likely have to go distance, but who knows? Maybe this doesn't go the distance. If Davis catches him, before that. So I don't know really. It's hard to say, but I think Berinchyk is good enough to go the distance here. But I'm not saying a knockout cannot happen, but either way, it's gonna be hard. We have seen it, unfortunately, I gotta say it once again, with Virgil Ortiz and Junior. I mean, and what was his name? No, sorry, I forget now. The other Ukrainian, really excellent fighter. Just a second. Oh yeah, Bohachuk. That's right, Serhii Bohachuk. Yeah, I thought Bohachuk should have been given the decision, but he didn't, and he's a foreigner, and Ortiz Jr. is an American. So same situation here. I mean, to win this fight, Berinchyk is gonna really have to dominate, and I'm not sure. I don't think he can do that. So that's the problem. So either I mean Davis wins either by decision. I think probably because Berinchyk is a very good boxer technically. And if he wins, of course, by a TKO or KO, that will be a great statement, of course, for him. But yeah, definitely, I think Davis gets it anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I think that will be all for this time, and I'll see you all soon. Right? Have a good one. Bye.